Hello and welcome to our virtual tour of our 2019 Toyota Corolla Ascent Sports. So here at Pacific Toyota, I am standing at one of two of our pre-owned vehicle yards here in Cairns, where we go through about 160 pre-owned vehicles on any given month. Just over the back there, you got Cairns City itself, about a kilometre that way. As you can see, quite a variety of vehicles and our multi-level showroom here in the city. As you go out of town though, along Mulgrave Road, you do come across a brand new part of Toyota and Lexus, parts and services out the back, and our second pre-owned vehicle yard, making us one of the largest pre-owned departments here in Queensland. Throughout the video though, I'll be going over the Corolla here in complete detail, just pointing out blemishes that may appear at first point of sale. So around the front end, little things like stone chips there, very small, very minor, but obviously they'll be getting brush touched before delivery. It's just at that time of year where a lot of the paint shops have been shut and we're just playing a little bit of catch up, that's all. But as we make our way around, make sure there's no major dings or dents on the panels. Around the wheels, nice big alloy wheels being the Ascent Sports, but make sure there's no scratching or gutter rash, and obviously nice deep tyre tread in there as well. As we make our way around the front end, so making sure it's nice and straight, nice and tidy. There's no major dents or cracks from gutters or anything like that. Around this end, there's a tiny little marking down there. Again, just getting brush touched before this vehicle gets delivered. Down the passenger side though, making sure it's nice and straight, no major ripples in the body. And just covering each panel as we go for those imperfections. So, on the front left here, nice clean alloy again, and plenty of tyre tread. Right there, just a little bit of dirt coming off. So as we make our way down around the rear vision mirror, no scratches, no cracking through any of the lights or mirror itself. And just making sure obviously these panels are nice and straight. No dings or dents or imperfections. Beautiful. So that there obviously will come off when it gets that final clean. We've just obviously had a little bit of rain through here at the moment, so they do get a final wash and everything before delivery. Through the back left, again no scratches or gutter rash. Obviously excellent amount of tyre tread again, so you can see those little lumps in there sticking well above them, which is good. Beautiful, but overall very clean, very tidy down that passenger side. Obviously as we make our way around the rear, keep an eye for those imperfections. So along the back, you're very likely to see normally luggage markings along the rear bumper here. This one very clean, so very minimal use through the back end or through the boot usually. Anything from luggage or bags, or if they're looking after elderly in wheelchairs and that, they're the type of things that you'll notice the markings start to pop up. Also back here, you've got the reversing camera just below the Toyota badge there. And while we're back here, we'll have a look through the boot, making sure there's no cuts or tears. Through here just looks like sort of probably just wear and tear marks from the vacuum going through, giving it a bit of a clean, but no actual damages on the actual carpet or upholstery itself. Underneath, we've got the jack, spare wheel, tools. So have a look, looks like a brand new tyre there in the spare wheel, which is always good to see. And then up top, obviously, we've still got the parcel shelf. Again, once it gets that final clean, but no actual damages on the parcel shelf itself. We'll make our way down the driver's side now. Just trying to give you a really good angle of the body again. Make sure there's no ripples in the paint. But obviously covering each panel as we go. And obviously covering around these wheels, making sure they're nice and tidy. They've got the nice good tyre tread all around. Also part of our vehicles have all been through their roadworthy certificates. Those type of things are included in the drive-away price. So on the driver's door, a couple minor markings there. Again, they just simply get brush touched, but we like to point them out. Obviously that one's very common, being the driver's door, the most used door in the vehicle. It's likely to occasionally get those couple of little markings that need a bit of a touch up. But as we can see, very clean and tidy down that driver's side as well. Across the windscreen, make sure there's no major chips or cracks. And across the roof, making sure there's no major dings or dents or hail damage. Beautiful. So excellent condition on the exterior. We'll now go through the interior for you. So on the back right over the door cart, no real wear and tear in the handles, no scuff marks down along the bottom, which is great to see. The upholstery, obviously we want to be making sure there's no cuts, tears, burns, anything like that. No stain marks, just very well looked after. Same for the back of the seats. And down along the floor, obviously you got the floor mat down in here. Have a look underneath, make sure they're not trying to hide anything. Again, just really looking after the vehicle, which is great to see. Beautiful, and we will jump in the driver's seat for you. So on the driver's door, again, make sure there's minimal wear and tear or markings. Some light marking along there, which should just simply clean off when it gets that final detail before delivery. On the driver's door, though, obviously your electric windows, central locking, and for the side mirrors there. And it does come with a full set of keys, which is always great to see in a pre-owned vehicle. So we'll start her up. On the door here, part of your side mirrors, these little buttons, they actually allow those mirrors to tuck in nicely if you're in those tight car parks. Obviously making sure they're not getting knocked off by anyone. On the right hand side though, we've got for our headlight control and our auto high beams. On the right hand side of the steering wheel, all of our controls for cruise control in the circle, to do with obviously skipping through on the head unit or what mode we're in, and safety features here on the left from our lane departure assist, which we can see disappear and then reappear up there, letting us know if it's on or off. As we can see, it's done 27,757 kilometers, and we've also just above that got our adaptive cruise control just there as well, which actually runs through that camera up on the windscreen. Now on here as well, we can also flick through, check what our mileage is doing, our fuel consumptions, what the head unit's up to, whether if it's through the radio, through the Bluetooth, even once we've got all our safety features there as well. And once the phone's connected, obviously you can have a lot more play and control up on that display screen. But all of that's controlled by the circle here on the left hand side of the steering wheel, along with obviously for our Bluetooth or hands-free once the phone's connected, and the volume. But nice large display screen up here, which is obviously all touch screen as well. But not only that, it's where that nice large reversing camera shows up out the back, giving us great vision. At the end of the day, also you got Apple CarPlay, so once you're connected through your USB, apps on your phone will actually show up on the screen there like they were basically on your phone, pretty much like a mirror. From messages to your Spotify to Google Maps, whatever it may be, all showing up on that nice large screen. Just below there, we've got all of our air conditioning controls and a nice little storage compartment down there when our phone is connected, obviously with a USB port just next to it. But as we can see, we've got our traction control and sports control just here in front of the automatic stick, and obviously our electric park brake and hold button there as well. But up front, as we can see, we've got the floor mats as well. But upholstery wise, it's been very well looked after. There's no markings, damages, stains, scratches, concerns really. It's just been, obviously you wouldn't really expect too much in a vehicle of this age, but it's always good to double check. No fading or cracking or stickiness across the dash there. In here, I've got all of our books in there, which is great to see. Obviously the service is the main one we want to be flicking through. So as we can see, she was done at 27.5 by us here. So what that means is next one is not due till about 42,500 Ks there. So they recommend every 12 months or 15,000 Ks here at Toyota. But last but not least, we'll jump out and have a look underneath the bonnet for you while she's still running. Beautiful. So as we have a look over, making sure there's no red dust or rust, or not like you'd expect it in a vehicle of this age or this type of vehicle. Not exactly designed for off-road. But also having a bit of a listen, making sure there's no rattles, knocks, squeals or anything like that. Beautiful, running nice and smoothly, which is always great to see. But that was our virtual tour of our 2019 Toyota Corolla Ascent Sports. Hope to hear from you soon, as these vehicles aren't lasting long. Thank you.